When you go to see a Christopher Nolan film, what is it that you're looking forward to? Is it the big budget practical effects or the complex storylines? Maybe it's the incredible score or the visceral cinematography. For me, I look forward to all of those elements, but the one that stands out over all of the others is his approach to build the scene and how it plays out with the entirety of the film. Christopher Nolan is a master at pacing. From immersive action scenes to calm flashbacks, the timing of how these moments play out works perfectly.
It's completely fucked because nobody believes you.
Okay, so first of all, what is pacing? Pacing is the timing of a story. Think of it as the metronome that's ticking in the background, keeping the film in rhythm. Bringing it down simply, there's 3 points to pacing: fast, slow, and that zone in the middle. As a director, your job is to make sure that the scene and film is balanced perfectly in those 3 areas. Most commonly it's seen that pacing is created within the script and the edit, but is also developed in all other elements like acting, score, sound design, and even visual effects. So with that in mind, let's compare something like a car chase scene from a Batman movie. Here's how it plays out in Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight.
Look out!
This scene plays between fast and slow, moving between those 2 speeds to create anxiety for the audience. Compared to Batman vs. Superman's car chase sequences, they mostly play within fast, with lots of loud music, heavy visual effects, and just tons of chaos. Think of your friend who wants to tell you a joke. If they tell the joke too fast, you feel like things have been rushed and you're not really understanding the humor of it. If they tell it to you too slow, you're kind of getting bored of the joke, or you've already thought of the punchline before they explained it. The best jokes are told between the middle ground of fast and slow. If we look at this scene from The Dark Knight, it plays out more quiet. The only sound we hear is the Foley and characters' dialogue, and the only flair that we get is the necessary action. Now, as a quick disclaimer, I am a huge fan of Batman vs. Superman's action scenes, and I do feel like they lend themselves closer to the comic books. But when it comes to being a better structured movie and narrative, I mean, come on. The biggest thing I want to focus in on is how the 2 scenes build tension through pacing. Here's how Batman v Superman starts their car chase.
Go, 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 go!
Now here's how The Dark Knight does it.
What the hell is that? Obstruction ahead! Obstruction ahead!
There's a bit of a difference. The Dark Knight creates anxiety through wide gliding shots over Gotham City, making our characters seem isolated in a dangerous situation. We get scale, scope, and story, understanding where things are going to happen and what characters we're following. It almost lends itself to feeling more like a horror film. We also establish all of these things within a minute-long sequence of tension building. Pacing is key in all formats of storytelling, from fast-paced action scenes to calm dramatic moments. In films like Dunkirk, the method of pacing goes almost opposite to what The Dark Knight does in its car chase sequence. We build tension for what feels like forever, and then the moments of calm are actually the payoff. So today I want to take a look at one of my favorite Christopher Nolan movies, and that's The Prestige. And I want to talk about how the film builds its incredible tension between 2 characters, utilizing a slow build as its pacing method. So we start the scene as an audience member walking up through the crowd. This shows us scale, character, and environment. Now at this point, our story mostly plays out through wides and mediums, showing the occasional close-up of the audience members. However, all shots of Borden are shown from far away, making him seem smaller and more isolated. Now already, the scene starts to build tension and fear through the expectations of the audience members. Later, when Borden gets a volunteer to come up on stage, we move into close-ups. The scene gets more intimate, and once the gun has been raised, Borden is shown through mediums again, creating that isolation. However, Robert, Hugh Jackman's character, is revealed only through close-ups. The key to this moment is the silence between the characters. Similar to the beginning of that Dark Knight chase sequence, hearing nothing but a slow build from the score creates more tension than any action ever could. We then cut to the closest we've ever been to Borden, revealing his fear and making his anxiety more relatable than ever before. Then, through a few quick cuts, we get our reward. Things like successful action, comedy, horror, and drama don't really rely on flash and flare. They rely on pacing. So the next time you watch a movie, take note of how you feel afterwards. Did you feel rushed? Was it too slow? Or did it really feel like nothing happened? Sometimes a movie will have all of its ingredients, from great acting, to a great script, to great cinematography, to visual effects. But without great pacing, a story is nothing. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're kind of curious on how I do these videos, here's kind of the setup. I have a microphone and attached to like a Zoom H4n, and then I have a banana in the back inside a cup. Definitely take a look at some more Christopher Nolan projects. He's like one of the best filmmakers, I think, of our time, and there's a lot of stuff you can learn from the films that he makes. Everything from like production design to cinematography to pacing. And so right now, his film Dunkirk is in theaters, so I'd recommend taking a look at that, or taking a look at some of his other incredible movies outside of the well-known ones. So movies like The Prestige or Memento or Following or Doodle Bug. I have links to the film's trailers and some of the films in the description below. So definitely take a look at them. And yeah, let me know what you think of this video and if there's any others that you want to see made, breaking down certain edits of possibly filmmakers that you like or films that you like. If you like this channel, give me a subscribe, give me a like, and yeah, until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.